Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Now, in this one, we're going to be attempting to build a Grapheneos from source for the Pixel 7a. So, I already tried this before, but I ran out of space on my hard drive, and so I got pissed, deleted the video, and deleted everything. So, today we're going to try it again. This time I have more space. I have currently 368 gigabytes of space. So if that's not enough, then Jesus Christ, I'm not going to be building it from scratch. If it takes like so much fucking space up. So anyway, I have some notes here. So I'll just mostly be following this guide here. Yep. Alright, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to check out the build dependencies. These are fairly important. You can get most of these from your package manager. So I'm using Arch Linux. If you're using Ubuntu or something, it'll probably be harder to find them, but good luck. Yeah, so anyway, this is a lie. It takes up way more than 136 gigabytes. Trust me on that. Christ, takes up like so much. Yeah, so anyway, there's some more things that you can download here, but most of them just come kind of mostly pre-installed anyway with your OS, so that's fine. All right, so downloading the source code here. Oh yeah, so what do I have here? Oh yeah, so for dependencies for Signify, there's kind of two options for me. There's either Python Signify or community. I chose the community one for now, and hopefully that works out. So, oh yeah, we need to check these manifests. So when I was doing this before, they didn't have manifests for the Pixel 7a, I think it was. Oh no, they did, my bad, yeah, they did. But I think it was the tags or something. Development branch. Yeah, let's try the using tags platform. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so for the tags, how you do that is if you go into Grapheneos, and you basically find the tag for the downloads page. So releases 7a stable channel. And so we want to see if we can find a tag for this thing here. It wasn't here before. Oh, it is here now. Okay, that's cool. That's awesome. That's sick. That's sick, bro. So we're going to be building from this tag today, since this is actually finally stable, which is pretty fucking cool. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right. Yeah. So for the tags here, so in this case, I'm gonna call it the same tag as here. Let me just, I wonder if this is the same. All right. So I'm gonna make a folder here. I'm gonna cd into it, and then I'm gonna use the repo tool to init these. Okay, so let's try that. So this shouldn't take too long. There we go. All right, so next thing we're gonna download the loud signatures from Grapheneos into our SSH folder, like so. Then we're gonna go into, yeah, we're gonna cd into repo manifests, pull, And then we are going to do this. And then we are going to verify the tag. Good signature. That's good. So everything is okay so far. Everything is safe. And then we're going to go back. Then we're going to go repo sync C, and then, oh yeah, if you're doing this, if you're just following along, make sure that J16 represents the number of physical cores you have. So on my or not laptop, Jesus, on my PC, I have 16 cores. So that's why I'm using J16. If you use J16 on like a 4-core PC or whatever, it's going to be a lot slower than it would be if you just used, you know, J4. Because, yeah, it's going to be like trying to, you know, split the task amongst, yeah, it's just a pain. So, yeah. So just do this. And we're going to make this a little bit bigger. This is going to take quite a long time. Because it's downloading like, I don't know, 30 gigs or something like that. So, yeah. So anyway, let's go back to the, yeah, so we verified this. And now, all right. So next thing would be extracting vendor files from here, but this will be done after this whole thing zincs. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to pause the video here nicely, and I'll get back to you boys. All right there, ladies and gentlemen, and now we're back. I actually ate some dinner. Yeah. So anyway, now that we are in here, what we want to do is we want to install it into vendor. So if we take a look at ls, you should see a vendor folder here that got created. So all we need to do is just copy this here, like so. All right, great. Now next thing is we want to change to the bash shell before sourcing this. They just recommend it, so I'm using ZSH right now, but you know, bash is fine as well. It just looks a little bit uglier because I didn't really style it yet, or probably will never really style it since, I don't know, I just like ZSH better. So when you source that, what this does is it just sets up some env variables and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, yeah. So then just run this command here. It's gonna download all of the vendor firmware. So yeah, next thing is we need to get the build ID from here. So just open up this, click acknowledge, go down to Pixel 7a, and currently they only have one release, which is this one here. So yeah, on the Pixel you can find this ID in your system info. So if you go into settings, system, and then system info, you'll find it here. Make sure you use that one. If you're using like the Verizon one, you won't be able to unlock the bootloader anyway, so there's no point. And then I'm not sure what these are for, but this one seems to be the one that's supported by Grapheneos, because if you look at this, it's TQ2B, and if you look at the releases, it's TQ2B as well. So they all, you know, match or whatever. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, so what we're doing now is installing the vendor stuff, and then we can just copy this stuff here. So I have Log name users. Oh yeah. So I'll just kind of change that right now so that I can copy it, you know, nicely. Because I don't have like a user group called human, which is my username. So all this is doing is just copying the firmware into the vendor thingy here, so that's all good. So yeah, I'm just gonna pause the video until this is all done. Okay, and we're back. So as you can see here, the build took 3 minutes for this thingy. All right, so next thing is yeah, so we just need to copy all of the firmware and stuff like that. Where am I at currently? Okay, so I'm in the right folder. So you could just copy these one by one. These are just setting environment variables. And then here, all right, just downloading some stuff here. Yes, downloading the factory images. Okay, I thought we did that before, but I guess not. Yeah, what the hell is all this shit then? Extracting. Okay, I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the fucking security stuff here. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna pause the video until it's all downloaded and ready to go. Alright, so that took a while to download, but now we're all good. So next step is to generate some stuff here. So just copy that. It's gonna ask for a password, your user password, or your root password, or whatever. Just enter that. And then it's gonna extract the factory images nicely. And so yeah, that's gonna take a while as well. So gonna pause the video once again. All right, that didn't actually take too long, like a minute or something. So let's copy the next step. And let's copy the last step. Like so. So now, yeah, we ran all this. Next is setting up the build environment. So let's source the script once again. So see, we have script folder here, right? Script. Yeah, script. Okay, we do. Cool. So source that. Then wait, are we doing an official build? Hang on. Oh yeah, to include the update app. Yeah. So we're not doing an official updater, or we don't want the official updater app, because we're going to be doing something. We're going to be building this from source every time. So yeah, we'll export that as false. Oops. And then we're going to choose to use the links release, which is the Pixel 7a, and we're going to do a user build. User build gets rid of all the debugging, and it, you know, it runs faster basically, since there's no debug information or anything like that. And so you don't need to press anything here, it just will complete by itself. And then I'm gonna export the official build once again. All right, Now we're going to do rm or out. See what is actually in there. Out. Okay, so there is a bunch of stuff in here that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna remove it. Out. Like so. And then here we're gonna actually build the whole fucking package. Oh yeah, so when building, I ran into this issue where I didn't have ncurses 5 because Arch Linux, it ships, well, it uses, you know, ncurses 6 in its repo. So to get the version 5, you just need to download this package here, and it doesn't like interfere with anything. So just do that. That's kind of like one of the dependencies which I didn't have. One of the few ones that aren't, you know, fairly common. So make sure to get that. Now, I'm gonna copy this command here. So as you can see here, and so they have specific files for this Pixel 7a. So yeah, you must use this thing. And yeah, then the rest is fine. So this is what's actually going to build the whole operating system, or yeah, the whole OS, yeah. So it's gonna take like, I don't know, like 40 minutes or something. I'll see how long it takes and if it actually succeeds in building. Yeah, so this time I have 260 gigabytes left storage. Last time I ran out at this stage, I think. But last time I was also downloading the kernel at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, so I actually didn't really get as far as here. I just have a section for generating release keys, which is here. And then yeah. So at the same time, I'm also kind of trying to follow this step. Build one from source. Yeah, so we're doing this. During the process. Okay. Yeah. So we'll just follow this along, building the kernel and everything, you know. So that'll be grand. Yeah, so I need the kernel. And yeah, so it's kind of like fairly similar. So that's grand. Then we just need to copy them into, yeah, copy them into the folder here. Yeah, so that's grand. Then 5th generation, or 7th, I mean, yeah. 7 pixel A, so just like that, and you know, fairly straightforward. So that's grand. Yeah, so fairly straightforward here. Then we also need to build the browser. So this is like the Chromium based of it. Chromium based browser. And so yeah. Okay, guys, so we got the build successfully. So I actually did get an error, and so the error was basically this: Dextoad failed to compile a boot image. So the first run took like 50 minutes. So what I did was I pasted this into the console here. So to disable the CPU SSE4 kind of instructions or whatever that is. And then I ran this boot again. So don't delete the output, because then you'll have to wait until it recompiles again. So just run this command again to build it, and it'll build like in 5 minutes, so not too bad. Alright, so now that we actually built the whole fucking thing, let's first of all, let me save this next. So next we'll be generating the release keys. Yep. So now we need to make a thing called here. Why Raven though? Oh yeah, per device. Oh yeah, so in our case, we aren't going to be using Raven. We're going to be using Lynx, because Raven is Pixel 6. Okay, yeah, so we'll be using Lynx. What is this? Okay. Ah, interesting. So let's see what kind of keys there is here. Is there even keys? Is there a keys thing here? Don't think so. Okay, there isn't. That's fine. So we're gonna have to make all this from scratch. So I'm just gonna copy paste all of this here. CN. Okay, so Grapheneos. Okay, got you. Okay, that's fine. It's generating release keys. So do all of that. We are going to create for links. Grapheneos. The rest should be fine. Okay. So right now, oops, we are in the proper folder, so that's good. So now we can make keys. We can cd keys links. Then we can export this variable here. Then we can make key release key, enter password. Okay, so I'm actually going to yeah, I'm gonna generate keys for these, so I'm just gonna pause the video real quick. Alright, so I typed or I pasted these commands in one by one, and for each one you need to enter a password. Well, you don't have to, but it's recommended. So I put in the password for each of them, and I cleared my screen obviously so you guys don't see. So yeah, now next step is to generate an OpenSSL, and I'm gonna pause my screen here again. Okay, so this time it didn't actually show the password, which is fine. So you just type in your password twice and you're good to go. Then here you want to extract the key, and you want to enter the password for the key that you just created here. And there we go, it's extracted. And now lastly, you just go back to the main folder. And so now you'll have the keys folder here with all the stuff that we just did here. All right. Isn't needed for generate a signed release, but rather to set a public key used to enforce. Generate a signed key for signing factory images. Okay. Remove the N switch to set a passphrase. To change without generate new key. Future expected to be okay. Yeah, so then what we need to do after that is copy here, but I'll just change the Raven to links. Copy this, paste this. Oh yeah, if we want to set a password for this, we can remove the N. So yeah, let me set a passphrase for that. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Just make sure you remove all the factory keys for recreating it. Otherwise it's going to complain that they already exist, which is pretty good. So now we need to generate a key for Sandbox and Bluetooth. If you generate your key from a previous release, I didn't, so that's fine. You can re-encrypt your signing keys using the encrypt keys script for the old passphrase and set a new script. Can be used to remove encryption. Okay, cool. Here are signing keys. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. So we can change the encryption keys like all the time, but we won't. Like these signing keys will be fine. Grapheneos uses the target flatten apex to format components as part of the base OS and disable support updates along with simplifying key. Grapheneos has no use for out-of-band updates since we update for each device and don't need partial out-of-band updates for portable components. With embedded support for signing, this secures it. Out-of-band updates. Signing key, you'll need to add parameters. Okay. Right. Fuck. Generating and full update packages. ODA package, generate assigned build release. Will be placed in out. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's see, did this guy do anything here? So yeah, build the kernel. Okay. Okay, so we need to remove these keys then. Let's see what the hell do we actually have with these. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff here. ABB PEM. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I guess we'll continue with this later. So yeah, first of all, we'll just go back here and go to the kernel. So yeah, that's fine. We'll do that later. So now the kernel itself. So that's the emulator. 5th gen, 6th gen, 7th gen pixels. For pixel 7a, this is what we need. Okay. So yeah, so building the kernel, make dir p Android. Yep. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay, so there's nothing here, so I can do. Okay, that's fine. So let me get up here and then do it. Since this is like a separate kind of thing, you know. So yeah. And then yeah, so just repo init this branch. And then I'm using depth 1 so it doesn't like download everything. And then just repo sync the whole thing. And then sync the fuck? Okay, that was weird. Anyway, yeah, so the sync C like doesn't, you know, get all of the changes, it just gets the latest one. So it should use less RAM or less fucking storage, I mean. So as you see at the moment, we only have 149 gigabytes left. So we used a shit ton for the fucking actual OS build. So let me actually see how much I actually used. So if we do folder sizes, so this will give you an idea of how much storage you need just for the OS. Yeah, so the whole Graphene OS, oh wait, I should probably go into the Graphene OS. Yeah, because we have like the kernel here and the OS as well. So let's do folder sizes here again. Yeah, so Android is fine. Yeah, so 220 gigabytes is what you need. That is madness, and we aren't even finished yet. Oh no, we still need to generate the fucking the boot image and all that kind of stuff. So, and we also need to build the web browser. So I might run out of storage depending on how huge the fucking kernel is. So it'll be interesting to see. So I'll just close this window down here. Yeah, so compiling the kernel is actually fairly easy. All you do is just this, and then you need to replace the files in the source tree at um, device which are built in out mixed. Okay. So then from here, what we would need to do is we would need to do something like, wait, not here. Yeah. So here we would need to do something like CP probably, or actually it would be MV. Be MV out mixed, and then dist, oops, dist star, and we want to move all of those files to place the files in the OS tree. Okay, so we want to go back. Yeah, because we would be inside the kernel links then. So, well, go into Grapheneos, and we go into this one, and we would want to replace them inside the device, inside Google, and then inside the links kernel, like so. So we want to move them all into here, like so. But then obviously we need to do some here. I think twice. Or maybe not actually, because we're technically inside here. So actually 3 times probably. Okay, so I'll need to check this. So I'll need to make sure that this is okay, like from this directory, but it should be okay with the tree. Just gonna save that real quick. And I'm gonna pause the video while this is going. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. We still have a good bit of space left here, so 129 gigs. So now what we need to do is we need to where are we? Oh yeah, so we're already here. Okay, so I'm just gonna test one thing. What is here? Okay, good. So yeah, it is 3. So we will be able to move it into Grapheneos, and then devices, then Google, then links. Right? Yeah, links kernel. Very cool. So yeah, I got the path correct there. So that's good. And then, so now we just need to compile it basically. Like so. See, build ASOP kernel 1. Okay, so let's try that out. I haven't built the kernel before because I haven't made it to this stage yet, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Okay, I can see that it is using all of my CPU cores, so that's good. That's kind of one thing you would want to check, is if when you're compiling like these big stuff, if it's using all of your CPU cores, because if it isn't, then it's just going to take a really long time. You can just look at htop, for example. And so yeah, it's all good. So I'll leave that running for like 50 minutes or however long it's going to take. Okay guys, so the kernel compiled here successfully by the looks of it. It actually compiled quite quick. I didn't time it, but it was faster than compiling the OS by a good bit. I'd say like it was fucking 10 minutes, something like that. Jesus. That was very surprising. Yeah, shame I didn't time it. I'll time it next time. Yeah, so anyway, instead of moving the fucking files copy to build. Oh, wait a second, they did copy them. What the fuck? Oh no, never mind. Yeah, they copied it to the kernel. Yeah, so that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to cp the out dist folder. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, so we have out. Oh, we have out mix. Oh yeah, out mixed. Ah, interesting. Okay. So dist. So what do we have here? We have a bunch of fucking Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so we want to copy all of them to yeah, to the device Google Linux kernel here, like so. Okay, so let's give that a try. Yeah, I mean, I guess that worked. There isn't like too much stuff here actually. Yeah, there's the kernel image. Yeah, so yeah, it won't be too much stuff. So let's oh Jesus. Yeah, so not too bad. Okay, pretty cool. Probably worked. Let me actually see. Oh, so let's see. Did I copy the image here? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. So yeah, everything's good. All right, so that was fairly straightforward. Next, wait, I need to set up some stuff from here. So let me go. Where am I? CD kernel Android Grapheneos. Okay, cool. So yeah, so we need to set up some stuff from here. So that's fairly straightforward. Let me do that. And cd into it. Next, we want to clone the build tools. Okay, and then we need to add this to our CSH RC. So I think I already have it done. Vim dot bash RC. Yeah, so I already have it done here. So just copy this into here, like so. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, so now we can build the actual stuff. So yeah, so go into the browser, then clone this thing. Just clone it, come on. Great. Now cd vanadium git branch. Yeah, so we're already on main, so that's fine. If initial build, do this. I already have this, I'm pretty sure. So we can do a fetch. Oh yeah, so now we're here. Generally script for some releases. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I already did that yesterday, so I don't need to do it again. But if you guys just want to run this and then type in the password and you'll be good. Yeah, so next is fetch no hooks. I'm gonna do no history because just to keep the download size a little bit smaller. So this is gonna download the whole fucking thing. Sync for Android with the correct value. Git fetch tags. Okay, so we can do that. Apply patches on top. Huh, interesting. Okay, cool. And configure. Okay, cool. Alright, it's fairly straightforward. We need to then do this, and then we need to check out the version, which would be like Android 13 or something, probably. So I'm just gonna copy these here. For Android 13. Okay, and next git am. Okay, apply the patches, sync submodules. Okay, then configure, copy from gnargs and save, exit the editor. Fuck, modify as needed. Okay, you need to set to the correct value of your generated signing key. You can obtain this with the following commands. Okay, interesting. Then what do we need to do? We need to cp args dot gn into here, probably. Let's say it's so. And save, exit the editor. Or maybe, maybe we just need to literally just copy the thing from here. Okay, that'll be interesting. Modify is needed if the target is not ARM64. Okay. You can obtain this getting this. Okay, so just hash. That's fine. Build the component and sign the APKs. The APKs can be copied from out into the source tree. Okay, cool. For other structures. Gotcha. Provider apps need to be whitelisted. By default only. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that looks good to me. Fairly straightforward, I would say. So then alt, then cat gn to copy these from. I'm guessing that's how it works. That makes the most sense. Then we need to edit to be about what of. So, and then we can actually build the components nicely. So then there'll be build the browser like so. Like so. Okay. Then generate the APKs. Okay. The APKs will be copied from into the source tree at external. Okay. Cool. So we need to copy them into here. So it'll be cp out apk. Oh Jesus, my bad, wrong thing. To Grapheneos. What was it? This one. External vanadium rebuilt ARM64. Yeah, that looks good. Gotcha. Okay, nice. So this thing finished here. So what was that? Okay. That was yes, that was the fetch notebooks and stuff like that, wasn't it? Yeah, it was, yeah. And then so we need to see what let's see what kind of stuff there is here. So yeah, there is source. So we need to go into here. And we need to do git fetch tags. Let's see what kind of tags this thingy has. Why is this taking so goddamn long? The fuck? I wonder if tag is the same. That'll be interesting. But we can probably take a look at it. Let me go into here. Copy. Oh, wrong thing copied. Even though it shouldn't have been. Oh, why is that not fucking? Okay, there we go. Jesus. Anyway, let's go into here. Let's see what kind of tags we have. Ah, I see. So we probably want to copy. Let me just stop this because I don't think it's doing anything. Yeah, well, let's see if this tag, it's this tag here. Let's check it out. No, it isn't. TQA. Interesting. I guess we can just go with the generic one. So the latest one is 113. Yeah, 320. We could check out that one, I suppose. Yeah, it's kind of sad that there's no, like, this fucking thing. If I copy this tag here, I think that is a release of some phone here. Oh no, it's not. Or is it? Okay. Oh, I see. This is like the... Ah, gotcha. Okay. So let's go with the latest one there is. Alright, change log to blah 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 blah. Tags. Okay, so let's see if we find this one here. Really nothing, huh? Why not? Can we find the last one? Surely. No. Fuck, how the fuck does this work? I'm so confused. See, there is 2022. Yeah, it should be 2023 something. Okay. So there is SPA. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna download this one. Latest fucking one. Because that is a tag by itself. So what I'm gonna do is shit, where is it? Oh yeah, git checkout. Here. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Why is head detached? Interesting. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna build from whatever the fuck we have here. Doesn't matter. So we're gonna copy the patches. The fuck is this? Patch failed. Patch does not apply. When you have resolved this problem, run git am continue. Fuck's sake. Okay, do you know what? Surely this is a fucking patch, right? Damn it, so fucking annoying. Anyway, this is a tag, right? Hello? Man, why is this so fucked? Okay, it is. One, paste it. Okay, yeah, so this is a tag. So what we're gonna do is we are going to yeah, we are going to do this whole thing again, but this time we're gonna do it with the tag. So how we did that before was with the branch or let me go into this fucking thing back here. Now there was a thing here where you could do it with the tag. Where was it? I think it was like at the start or somewhere. Who fucking knows? Yeah, let's just go back to the very start because I remember seeing something here that you can clone a tag only or something like that. Okay, so it is with B, ref tags. Okay, gotcha. So we can probably do the same thing here. So yeah, so browser. Yeah, so we can probably, well, actually that's kind of dumb. Fuck's, why doesn't get fetch tags fucking work though? That's so annoying. That is actually fucking annoying. Okay, do you know what? Let's do that instead of depth 1. So RAM RF. How much space does that actually take up now? Oh yeah, shit, this doesn't fucking have. Okay, yeah. Let me go into CD build. Pixel 7a. OS browser. Okay, so let's run folder sizes here. Okay, 23 gigabytes. Let's keep that in mind. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rm rf vanadium depth 1. So I'm just gonna do a normal clone here right now. And I want to see how much bigger will this be without like the depth 1 kind of thing. So it was 23 gigabytes. So let's check it out. Okay, so now the vanadium git branch. Yeah, we still have only main, so that's fine. Then fetch no hooks. The fuck? What happened there? Why is this retarded like that? Okay, whatever. So then you fetch that. Yeah, and so yeah, actually let's do correct branch or tag first. So yeah, git check out. So yeah, git check out, and we are going to do this branch here. Okay, good. You are now in a detached state. You can look around. Okay, that's fine. So here we can do git checkout here. And then we can do fetch Android fucking hooks no commit. Oh, what is happening here? Be part of a, for fuck's sake, I fucking hate this shit. Oh my god, fucking god damn it. RM RF vanadium. Jesus fucking Christ, can you let me fucking, God almighty. So anyway, clone this stupid piece of shit. Oh my god. Then let me check out this stupid ass fucking branch. Or tag in this case, Jesus. Great. Okay, CD. Vanadium. Check out this stupid thing. Finally, Jesus, okay. Now, let me fucking fetch. Crying out loud. Alright, finally. Now that we are fucking fetching the correct tag, it should fucking work with the patches. If it doesn't, we are gonna try another goddamn tag. Like, there's nothing like 2023. Like, what is this? SPA2. Like, what is this shit? Give me that fucking thing. Let me search for it inside the releases here. Yeah, it doesn't even fucking exist. For God's sake, man. It doesn't even exist. Like, where did these come from? Whatever. Fuck it. We'll just do it like, you know, the latest one, which is fine. Fuck's sake, like. So stupid. Oh yeah, we haven't even fucking started building it yet. Jesus, okay. Yeah, so we don't need that because we have it done last day. Alright, we're doing this now. We're gonna skip this stupid shit. Fuck that. But I need to apply the patches next. So CD source and apply the patches. Okay. Gotcha. If this fails, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Okay, well, I'm just gonna pause the video while this is going on. Alright, so there's some syncing finished. So let's take a look at how much size it took up now. Before it was 23 gigabytes. Now, well, now it's taking too long to even calculate. But anyway, while that's doing that, let's see. Okay, so it's still 23 gigabytes. Interesting. That's cool, I guess. That's fine. So anyway, CD source. Yeah, so let's attempt to apply patches again. Surely to God, it's gonna work on the official release. Oh man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, what the fuck? Error, WebView. Patch does not apply. Use 64-bit WebView processes. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Do you know what? I honestly don't care too much. Well, okay. So it's updated different schedules than the monthly. Okay. External Chromium web view. Right. Well, what do I do if the patches don't fucking work? Do you know what? How do I even fucking... How the fuck? I mean, surely they have inside like actual Grapheneos, surely they have the fucking pre-builds already there. CD Yeah, cd into here. So ls external v vanadium rebuilt ls arm, no, arm, shit, arm 64. Yeah, so they do have some stuff here. I am wondering if that's what gets copied over because it's already here. I wonder. Okay, so yeah, here's what it's building. It's building trichrome, whatever the fuck. WebView 6432, 6432. Okay, interesting. Signed APKs. Let's see, I'm just wondering. Do I really need them, you know? Do I really need them? Because they are technically here. Let's see, do I really fucking need them? It'll be front-end. Should back up. Do I really need them? You know what? Fuck the browser for now. Honestly, like, fuck this fucking browser. Probably change it anyway. Yeah. Yeah, just the fucking patches, they don't apply, so... Like... Sure, I can skip them, but... Yeah, you know what? Just fuck this browser altogether. Let's see the browser. Vanadium. So building the browser nav view. I won't build this now because the fucking patches don't lie. Fuck's sake. Alright, so let's go back to here. Generation release keys. So now we can actually generate the whole fucking thing. So yeah. Here. So now best to build the kernel and copy it over. Only takes like 10 minutes anyway. Alright, now this next step is for actually like doing all this kind of stuff here. So yeah, remove the encryption keys. That was create graphene so you can use it with AVB boot. Okay, so here we are going back to the encryption keys. Yes, all the way up here, all the way up here, encryption keys. There we go. So can be used to remove encryption. Script for internal usage to decrypt keys when to perform simoning. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So what we are going to do is how do I use this script? Or how the fuck is it, the script used? Encrypt, so I'm guessing decrypt. It will be the same fucking thing. Okay. So this will be apply. Yes, this now will be applying the Magisk boot. So while in the same directory above, I think well, not really above, just the graphene. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be inside the scripts. Okay, so while in the main OS folder, we can decrypt the keys we need. So to do that, I am fairly certain it works like this. Script and then decrypt keys .sh, and we want to decrypt keys links like so. Enter passphrase. So I'm just gonna pause the video just in case it like actually pops out. Okay. Hello? Yeah. Why is my mic so low? Okay. Well, fuck it. Yeah, so as I was saying, okay, now it's fine. I don't know what the fuck happened there. So yeah, as I was saying, I figured out how the fucking encryption keys work. So you see all of these. So the encryption keys you make for these, encryption keys you make for these, encryption keys you make for this, and the encryption keys you make for this, they all need to be the same. That was my problem. I put a different key, like I put a different password for this key, for example, put a different password for all of these keys, and I put a different password for all these, for that one. So they need to be the same thing. So yeah, I'll put that note in here. So make sure the password for all of these is the same. Otherwise, the scripts won't work. So yeah, that's probably an important point, not gonna lie. I think they did mention it somewhere here. Where was it? Your set for sign keys. Yeah, it doesn't really like say to use exactly the same ones as such, so oh yeah, the encryption for all keys generated for device needs to match for, yeah, like you see, that's kind of, you know, not the best. Like the better way to say this is like make sure the password is the same for all the keys you generate. Like that makes more sense to me than whatever the fuck this means. But anyway, so as you can see here, I finally managed to decrypt the fucking keys. Jesus. So anyway, we'll continue on here. Yeah, so we decrypt these fucking keys. Now use the following to create the correct keys, blah blah blah. Use new decrypted in the last stage. Okay, so we should probably be inside the keys. Links. Yeah, because we have it here. So then, yeah, so then we need to cd into keys links, and we need to perform this command here. Okay, I'll just paste that since it worked. Okay, then clone the AVB key and rename it to OTA key. Okay, ls AVB key, right? Yeah. So what we want to do is cp AVB key to OTA.key. That's probably what that means. Yeah, so just copy that. Alright, so next it says assign the node key. This can be the same. The fuck? Anyway, convert the public portion of a bay key. This is the format Bootloader requires. Okay, I see. So path to AVB external py. The fuck? What? Man, his guide is so fucking confusing. So yeah, all we need to do is just this. Fuck off, man. For fuck's sake, man. Please, come on. Yeah, so copy that, because we're already here in the fucking thing. So, and then extract public key. Do that. Let's see if that works. Okay, it did. So we should have AVBP. Jesus fucking Christ, there it is. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Generate self-signed certificate. This can be used for fucking bullshit. Okay, let's do that. That seems to work. Out is OTA CRT. So let's see if that generated OTA CRT. Very cool. So that actually worked. Fuck me. Why? Just fucking copy the whole goddamn fucking thing, Jesus. Okay, so that's great. Now also edit to match what also I also edit the CN to match what I used earlier. Okay, so you, for fuck's sake, man, why didn't you so for this stupid fucking thing I used Grapheneos, so that can just be CN. Yeah, so we can just literally just do this. Stop it. CN, what was it? Yeah, CN, like so, for God's sake. Ls OTA cert. I'm gonna pause the video here and just look at what the fuck is inside the cert. Okay, so it was nothing special really. So we'll continue on. I don't know why my NeoVim is getting corrupted. That's not a good sign, but whatever. Fuck me. Okay, so copy the OTA where you have built and use this with where? Oh my god, man, this guide is not the best. But at least he fucking figured it out somehow. Copy the OTA, Raven OTA, update the folder where you have your own factory graphene build and use this with AVB root. I see. Then you will have all the keys and files you need to continue the guide and use Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Okay. Right. Oh my god. Okay. Right. Well, let's see what the fuck the instructions are here. Jesus, fucking loading on. So please, come on. Let's see, what do we have here? Patches. Depending on the device. Fucking great. The device must use. Yeah, that's fine. Support custom public key for the bootloader as a root of trust. This is alright. Generating keys, my lord. Oh my god, what the fuck? Signs a few components. Okay. Oh, this is what he did. Ah, okay. Yeah, so this is what the guy did. Yeah, this is what he did. Alright, that's fine. Installing dependencies. Christ, there's some fucking dog outside, for fuck's sake. Anyway, let me continue. Right, so yeah, that's fine. Pac-Man, yeah, we have all these, I'm pretty fucking sure. Windows, fuck that. Okay. Generate patch the full OTA zip. I see. I see. Okay. Okay. So we actually need to build the actual fucking thing here. So that's fine. So before I do that, technically I would need to go here. Yeah. So I need to go here. Actually build the fucking image. That's fine. That is fine. So let us encrypt the fucking keys again. Yeah, so whatever. Crypt keys. Links. So let me get out of here. Okay. Enter the old. Well, it should be decrypted, but whatever, we will encrypt it anyway. The fuck is going on here? Come on, type away. Okay. Okay, next. Hero reading key. Ah, for fuck's sake. Man, why is it so fucking retarded? Okay, let's try a new key. Maybe because it removed the keys. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, okay. Got you. So I need to make a note here. So if you use the decrypt keys .sh, you technically have no password now. So just press enter when using the encrypt keys sh. Okay. God almighty. All right. Fuck me. Uses the target to include, yeah, whatever. Build and package for over-the-air fucking updates. Generate signed build release. Okay, cool. Let's do that. All right. Yeah, so anyway, then here, then script release, and it's gonna be links, probably. Now, factory images and update package will be out and out, blah, 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 blah. forms full OS, so it can be used to update. More efficient increments can be used over, can be generated keeping around. Okay, cool. For how to use inside loading updates. Let's actually like take a look at the install. Oh my god, what the fuck? No, I do not want that as home. What are you doing? Just fucking Jesus. Fuck me. Okay. So let's see. Delta, do we need? Nah, highly fucking doubt we need to do that. Okay, so anyway, this is done. That's fucking great. Now let us do a release here. Enter the passphrase. So I'm guessing this is for the signing keys. Fucking hope. Yeah, it looks good. Great. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, dokie. Okay, dokie. Okay, dokie. Okay, dokie. So we'll need to do this whole thing again. Fuck's sake. God. Or maybe we don't. I don't know. I say we probably do though. Yeah, I say we probably would need to do it. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. So what did he do? He did all of this shit because it was the same here, I think. Yeah. But Jesus. Yeah. Oh wait, he didn't do Gen RSA. Yeah, he didn't do it. What the fuck? Man, like this guy. This fucking guy. What is this? The fuck? Why? Why is this guy like this? Okay, I don't know. Whatever, fuck it. Then generate self-signed OTA key. Yeah, okay. So he did convert it actually. So that's this fucking thing here, converted it. I'm not sure what the fuck he was doing here though. Oh, I guess he, yeah, okay, fine. Makes sense. Okay, so yeah, these steps are what he did here, so that's fine. That is fine. I think I might have fucked up on this though. This should have had a fucking this should have had this thing here. So I'll just regenerate the whole fucking thing anyway. Fuck that. That's fine. Okay. So right. Okay. Right. What the fuck? Wait, the fuck? The fuck? Man, Windows is always really fucked. Usage, git clone. Okay, so just need to clone that shit. Need to get the Magisk APK. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So yeah, we will do that. OTA key, cert key. If output's not specified, it's written to patch. Okay, well, how did he do it? Extract public key. Yeah, we did that. We did that. Okay. Okay, so he literally just fucking. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Jeez, why is this taking so fucking long? What are you doing? Are we running out of space? No, we still have a good bit. 100 gigabytes left. Hopefully that'll be enough. But yeah, anyway, while this is working, while this is doing whatever the fuck it's doing, we can set this up. So, git clone recursive. Yeah, that's fine. My phone is still under warranty. Alright, so CD here. And yeah, so then after doing all of this, what we need to do then is git clone. So yeah. So I'm just gonna do it right here. Okay. Then cd avb root, like so. Why aren't you copying? That is so weird. Okay, that was weird. Okay, whatever. And then we want to do git submodule. The fuck? Did I update? I guess so. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I guess that works. The fuck? Follow the steps for generate signing keys. Yeah, we already did that for here and stuff like that. So next we need to run a nice fucking long ass goddamn command. Which will be something like this. We can prepare the path for most of these. So I'm just gonna put this into one fucking thing. That a key. Then Magisk. Okay. So we can get the Magisk fairly easily. So that's just going to be in the build pixel routing. Yeah, routing Magisk v26. Oh, passphrase. Signing keys. Nice. So that's all built. Yeah, we might as well continue building here. Or using this terminal here for a while. So we're going to copy this path here, because this is for the Magisk APK, like so. Now path to cert OTA, so this will be inside Grapheneos keys command. Oh yeah, it's actually this one, then keys, then links, then ota.crt, like so. So copy this path here and replace it like so. The next thing is the OTA key. which is right here. OTA key. Then this is the AVB key. So that will be avb.key. Nice. So same fucking thing. I can actually do it like this. AVB key. Now, next thing is, yes, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so path to ota.zip, which will be in here. It will be in actually where is it? So the factory images and update will be out in releases Maven. Okay, so out releases where? I guess fucking here. Yeah, there they are. Okay, so this is the OTA. Shit, what was it? Path to OTA zip. Okay, gotcha. So I am guessing it is gonna be OTA update. Okay. OTA update here. Gotcha. Okay, so OTA update. Yep, that's the one. That's the big one. Okay, so copy that. Paste that there. That is one hell of a big fucking command. Oh yeah, and then we also need to have an output here as well, I think somewhere where, yeah. If output is not specified, then the outputting file is written to input.patch to the fuck are you patching actually? Oh, this patched. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Note if you're using you need to pre-init the partition name with Magisk pre-init. What? Surely this guy did not do that. Interesting. If output is not specified. So I'm guessing it writes to patched here or something? What the fuck? I'm so confused. And you have all patched. Oh my god, so fucking confusing. Okay, so before we do that, so yeah, so we'll need an output patched. Like, fuck's sake, the instructions in this are not the best. Holy shit. What is this anyway? Magisk, since new and newer require writable partition that need to be accessed, this can be determined on the real device. So AVD boot requires a block to be specified. What the fuck? To find the partition name, extract the boot image from the original unpatched OTA. Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck? Patch the boot image with the Magisk app. This must be, the partition name will be incorrect. What the fuck, man? Oh my god, why? Why? You need to know partition name. So I need to put it in here as well? Oh my god, man, this is the most confusing fucking shit I have seen in my entire fucking life. My god. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Why? Why is it so fucked? Wait a second. Does this guy... Like, what about the keys then? Man, what the fuck? Use the following process to create the correct keys. Okay, for fuck's sake. Right. Well, does this fucking... Oh my god, man, this is so fucking confusing. So I patch it with the encrypted keys, but then I decrypt the keys? What? I don't know, that doesn't make too much fucking sense, but let's fucking go. Anyway, holy shit, the most confusing fucking shit in my fucking life. Anyway, CD Grapheneos here. Anyway, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. So let's decrypt our keys. Right, Jesus fucking Christ. Great. God almighty. Now CD here. Let's run a bunch of these fucking commands. Great. God. Oh shit, I'm fucking using bash. Oh my god. Or not using the fucking thing. Okay, here we go. Graphene, yeah, that's what we wanted here. And there we go. Fuck me. Okay, so now that's done. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, so we did all that. Okay, so now we need to find the fucking... Yeah, so we also need, at the end here, we need to have a Magisk partition device fucking piece of shit. Jesus fucking Christ. Name, that needs to be something, and then we actually need to fucking figure out how the fuck to do it. Oh, fuck me. Okay, so... So we also need to get the fucking name. So let's do this now. So to do that, my lord, we need to do this. Okay, my god, so fucked. So extract. So path to OTA zip. We already have that. Directory and boot only. Okay, so let's go back into AVB root. Okay. So, Christ. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so path to OTA. This is the same as the OTA we have here. So IT boom, extract input like so, and yeah. see if this fucking works. No module named LZ4. You fucking piece of shit. Where is this fucking piece of shit? Arch Linux, Python S. Goddamn LZ4 compression. Fuck's sake. Oh my god, so fucking annoying. I just want to get this shit done. It's already like 10 goddamn PM and I have work tomorrow. Okay, whatever. Yes, proceed with the bullshit, come on. Error retrieving? What the fuck? Man, there's something wrong with my goddamn network today. There we go, Jesus fucking Christ, okay. Now, for the love of God. Woohoo! So, let's see, we should have... Where the fuck is it? Okay, there it is, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that was not there before, was it? Yep, it was not there before. Okay, that's good. So now we need to copy this piece of shit onto our phones and then use Magisk. Now, I do not have my web camera set up, so I apologize, but I will show you a screen share of the fucking process. Jesus Christ almighty, I was not expecting to do this. Now, yeah, man, for fuck's sake. It's a me, Mario. Fuck me, Mario. Okay, very nice, mine and fine. Okay, so anyway, I am going to start a screen share in here. So this will be scripts and Android. No, come on, fucking piece of shit. Come on, screen view. There we go. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so here we have the screen share. Let's move it into here. Come on, there we go. Let's decrease the size of it a little bit. Okay, so yeah, let me fucking do this. So add push init boot to SD card. Let me make this a little bigger for you boys actually. Download, and it's gonna be a graphene boot image. Well, it's not gonna be graphene boot.image. I'm just gonna fucking fuck off. Okay, so where was it? Okay, so yeah, we extracted this piece of shit past the fuck me. Will include a line in the following output. Okay, fuck it. Let's go. So this is McDonald's. Install, select and patch a file, and it's gonna be graphene boot. And then let's fucking go. Okay, so now let's see. The Magisk will include a line with the following output: pre-init storage partition device ID name. So the name is persist. So that's what we want. Fuck's sake, all of that effort just for a fucking persist. Whatever. Persist. Like so. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Is that it? Is that fucking it? Since it's unlikely to change across Magisk updates. If it's not possible to run patch and flash the OTA, then patch, my god, okay. Fuck me. Okay, so where are we? Now, if output is not provided, then the output file is written to input.patched. God fucking damn it. So yeah, we are gonna create. We're just gonna create like a fucking empty complete builds here, and we are going to output, and we are going to put them into here, and hopefully this fucking works. I swear to God, if this does not work, I'm gonna fucking lose my fucking mind. Okay. So that should be it. Oh fuck. God fucking damn it. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Fuck me. Yeah, there we go. So this is the big ass fucking file that we need to run. Okay, so cd av b root. Now, this should be it. This should be it. Okay. Wait, the fuck do we need to do? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so let's fucking go. Let's paste this fucking huge file. Okay, it seems to be working. Fuck me. Alright, and there's obviously a failure. Oh no, wait, it's not. Or is it? Don't know, that seems like a failure to me. In patch with self OS rename. What is a directory? Build graphene tempsage build complete build. What are you talking about? Is a directory? The fuck? My lord, why? Is a fucking directory. Okay, do I need to like use this fucking thing? I don't understand. Shit, what happened there? Oh, for fuck's sake. What happened there? Oh, the pain and fucking suffering. Pain and goddamn suffering. Let me just copy and paste this fucking shit, because I think I fucked something up. I don't know. Let's see. And just delete this whole fucking thing. Christ. Builds, come on. Why is it so fucked? Okay. Not what the fuck do you want? Not a directory. Is a directory. Fuck me. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why is it so painful to do this shit? Like, fuck me, like. God almighty, just fuck's sake, man. Is it there? What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't understand. I don't understand. What the fuck? I don't understand. Whatever, fuck it. Let's get rid of this stupid ass output. And let's see. Will it fail? Yeah, probably. Like, fuck me. Obviously it's gonna fucking fail. Fuck's sake. Oh my god. Come on, just fucking work, man. Great. Now, where the fuck did this fucking shit generate? Who fucking knows? My god. Okay. Such a pain. Such a fucking pain, like, honestly. ls out. What is it? Where is complete builds? Okay, there's nothing there. Fucking fantastic. So, then we need to do MV. I'm just gonna, cause CD, then MV, Grapheneos, out, what was it, release, fucking thing. Okay, so here it is. Oh my god. So here is the links, OTA. Oh my god, why? Why is it so painful? Come on, fuck's sake, man. Not patched. Move it into, where was it? Complete builds. Jesus. Like so. Let's copy that. Okay. So yeah, that's the fucking, fuck me. Okay. Initial setup only. Extract the patched images from the... Oh my god. Extract the patched images from the patched OTA. Okay, so I think this is what the guy did as well. I did fuck all. Okay, cool. So, anyway. So next, what we want to do is... something like this. Python avb root root.py extract input. This will be complete builds patched directory complete builds extracted patched. That looks good to me. Cool. So yeah, that fucking works out fucking flawlessly. Like so. Only flash the patched images and the blah blah blah. This sets up the custom root of trust. Future updates by downloading the fucking thing. Lord almighty. Okay, so what the fuck did he do? And you have all patched. Take a factory image from your and extract it anywhere. Okay. Take a factory image. So next we will need to we'll just copy it because yeah. So copy Grapheneos out release. Let's see what the fuck do we have. We need the factory image. So we have the links factory.zip here. Okay. Links factory.zip. Yep. Well, actually it says image. Hang on. What the fuck is going on here? And extract it anywhere. Open the image and replace them with the patched ones. Okay, what the fuck? Oh my god, I'm so confused. Like, because there is an image here and there is a factory image. So which fucking one? My god, man, this guy's instructions are fucking fantastic, man. Holy shit. Image Raven. Like, that's not even the... my god. Oh my god. Check it anywhere. delete. What the fuck? There's no fucking image raven. Oh my god, man, what the fuck? Like, honestly, man, what the fuck? Delete the existing boot image and replace them with the patched ones. So why the fuck? Why do I need to do that? I am so fucking confused. Whatever, we'll fucking move both of them. Or CP both of them. Links factory to complete builds. And then we'll also do the links image like so. Let me just copy these like so. Like so. Okay, so cd complete builds. Lord, please complete builds. All right, and now we will make a new file here. So mkdir factory, or actually mkdir, or fuck it, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Mkdir extracted factory, and mkdir extracted image. Then I'm gonna mv links factory to extracted factory. Then I'm gonna mv links image to extracted image like so. Just gonna copy these here so that, you know, like so, and then do that and do that. Holy shit. Then we are gonna go into cd extracted factory. Then we're gonna do unzip links factory zip. Okay. Ah, I see what he meant. Okay. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I see what he meant here, because look at this. We have a image here. Yeah. Okay, so we don't actually need this step here. We don't need that step there. And we don't need this step here. And we don't need this step here. So we just need the factory. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, cd extracted factory. And then unzip this whole fucking thing like so. And I'm just gonna go back a little bit. Then or image. Okay. And then I gonna go back into the factory. Yeah, I'll go into here. Yeah, so it would actually be inside here. cd yeah, and then we need to cd into Yeah, so right now we're in factory. Yeah, so we need to cd into here, like so. And then, fuck me, and then when that's all done, holy shit, we need to make dir another thing here. Okay, dir. So yeah, open, delete, and replace them with patch ones. Okay. So make dir extracted image. Oh wait, no, this is a image viewer. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. So pcman.fm dot. So let's open up pcman.fm. So yeah, we need the fucking, wait. Do we need it? No, we fucking don't. We don't fucking need this shit. Yeah, so what we need, did I make something? No, I didn't. So mkdir extracted yeah, image. Yeah. And then cp image links to extracted image, like so. So that's what we're doing. Then cp extracted image, so. Then cd extracted image. And there, oh yeah, yeah. Then cd extracted image, like so. And then we want to unzip. Shit, come on, please, unzip image.zip. Like so. Just gonna copy that. Then we wanna rm image.zip ls, yes, rm image.zip. And so now we want to do also boot vb meta and boot vendor. Do we need to delete init boot though? Well, actually, let's see what they say here. Yeah, nothing much. I mean, let's take a look at what we have inside inside the patched. Okay, so yeah, we need to remove these 3 images here. So we need to remove, wait, what the fuck? That init boot image and vb meta image and vendor boot image. So yeah, so just the 3 of these bad boys here, which is fine. Okay. Did it delete it? Did it delete vendor? No, vendor boot. Yeah, vendor boot. Okay, good. So now we need to cp all those images. So cp back patched star here. Yep, so that's exactly what we need to do. Like so. And then what we need to do is we need to compress this whole thing. So yeah, zip star let's see what happens. Missing what? Zip structure invalid. Fuck. How do I compress like everything? Hang on. Linux zip compress everything folder. Yeah, zip up everything. Okay, so zip. Oh, okay, I see. So zip or so we'll call it his patch image dot zip and dot. Hopefully that fucking works. It might not though. Then we flash all and then we lock. Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, shit. Before did it create something? Patched. What the fuck did I call it? Patched image zip. Patched image zip. No, it didn't. Okay, that's fine. So yeah. Also replace the AVB. Oh yeah, that's later on. That's not here, I don't think. Yeah, so that's in the. Yeah, that's in here. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we were doing it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna quickly pause the video while this is compressing because I need to take a piss. Okay, and we are back. So yeah. Yeah. All right. Jesus. Okay. Fucking hell. The fuck am I doing? Oh yeah, so yeah, this thing got compressed, so yeah, that's fine. Save R, so now we have this patched image, so now we can mv patched image back. So yeah, here's the patched image. Like so. Now we can do an mrf extracted images and image links.zip like so. Then we can mv the patched image to this zip here. So now it all looks proper. Jesus. Okay, so now the last fucking step is to replace with the one you created in the previous steps for ADB root. So grab this one, also RM it. Then we want CP. So where is it actually located in? So it's CP here, 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 here. Yeah, Grapheneos, keys, links, and AVBD here to here, like so. AVDB PKM, blah blah blah, like so. Okay, let me actually do that again because I think I didn't do that, so let me copy it again. Okay, great. So yeah, that's fine. Now just need to do, now we can flash the whole fucking thing. Thing with, so ADB reboot bootloader and ADB oh no, yeah, then it'll be flash. Actually, let's move this into like a better fucking place, you know? So yeah, so here let us mkdir here, flash, like so. And then cd that, and then mv links factory to that flash, like so. So here, and move it here, and then, oh yeah, and we can also do it on the same line. And cd flash flash flash, and there will be here and here, like so. And then for some tidy up, yeah, we can just, whatever, we can fuck around with that later. That is fine. Okay, and so now all we need to do is flash all, and then fast boot fuck off, and then fast boot flashing lock, and we should have fucking root. We should have root and a locked bootloader, which is fucking insane. So save that shit, and we should be good to go. Alright guys, so yeah, I won't be flashing this today, I'll be flashing it tomorrow or something like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video where we actually try and flash this OS and see if it actually worked. Alright, bye bye.